Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Linzie Show. You know me. I am your girl from TALS. Hey, I'm here on demand with Clark TV Network, bringing you amazing content, amazing people. Hey, and today is none like any other. I have my amazing friend. I know I'm using amazing a lot, but I mean, that's what I'm feeling today, guys. I'm feeling that life is what we make it. Right, Miss Mary?
That's right. That's right. Emotion, that life.
Yes. So, with that being said, welcome to my show. I'm bringing you Miss Mary Lane, my dear friend. Thank you, Miss Mary, for coming on to my show today. I know, audience, you're going to be inspired. How's it going, Mary?
It's going really good. First, I want to say thank you. It's an honor for me to be on your show. I appreciate you wanting to interview me, and because you are using the word again, you are an amazing person.
Yay.
I just love watching you, and you're beautiful, and your smile says a lot.
Thank you, thank you. You know, it's always a blessing. I know you share the sentiments, Mary, when you know you have a gift in people when you meet them and that bond is created, that without being said, the hearts match, the values, our values match, our characters match, and I feel like I have a friend for life with you. So I appreciate that. And I'm
Thank
considering
you.
it a gift. A
Likewise, yes.
hmm hmm So let's share who we are because we're gifts to the world. We're gifts to our to the world and what God has brought us to. So
Yes.
with that being said, uh, we met on set. I'm thinking,
Yes.
I
Yes.
think yes. I'm trying to remember the actual because we've done several projects together. Looking forward to doing more. We're on a few projects together now, but I'm thinking it was the gift of
Give the purpose.
purpose.
Yes. Yes. We met.
Yeah.
I was playing the mother,
Mm-hmm.
allowing her husband to do things to her daughter.
That was it.
And that was an amazing play. It really was. And
It
it's supposed to be turning into a movie, so I'm excited about that.
Yes, that's that is still in progress. We did film
Yeah.
that, and I
Yeah.
it's taken a little bit, but it's going to be perfect, and I can't wait for that to come out and to
True.
be able
It's
to
nothing like
promote.
seeing yourself on a big screen or having people recognize you when you go out. I mean, it's not like a conceit thing. It's a
No.
like, oh man, somebody remembered me for something I did in a play
Mhm.
or movie. And that just, like, again, it just warms your heart.
It does. I did not grow up, and I'm just a little off, but I did not grow up thinking, "Hey, I wanted to be an actress." Did you?
No, I didn't
And
think I was gonna wanted to be an actress, a model, a book writer, any of that. I was just going through life knowing that I wanted to
Mhm,
impact some kind of way.
mhm.
But sometimes what we think we're how we're gonna move and impact people is not God's plan.
That is so true. I am so enjoying this journey and the creativity and being a creative space. I understand it now.
Yes.
That's a freeing space to be in. You really need to, I mean, I don't know, you help me. Do you feel the same when with acting? You have to really empty out. You can't just hold on to a a bunch of negativity or of any kind because you got to deliver. There's no space for it. So you live in a space of creativity and freedom. Did you find that?
I do. And I find that sometimes well, all the time you really have to get into the character.
Mhm.
And in order to get into the character, you have to leave all the stress and the negativity and all that out because if you don't, you're not going to perform as well as you should. So
Mhm.
that makes a difference. And um, let's say you're the mother, like I didn't give a purpose. Those emotions of how your husband treats you and stuff has to come out.
Mhm.
has to be believable to the people. So
Mhm.
if we can't do that, then people are not going to believe that the whole play is not really something that they can personalize with.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. So it's for me, it just becomes transforming. And I see it. I see it unfold, just transforming as a person. And
Yeah,
I appreciate that. I appreciate the newfound gift that I didn't know and purpose that I didn't know. But for me, and I know as well for you, it is the message.
it
It,
is the message.
in everything. I mean, even like right now, we've come together as women because we want to share and we want to continue to grow. I set a few goals for the year. And I was just sharing with my mom. I'm so excited because I've met every goal. And the goal was the goals of me taking myself out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
And TLA, Ageless Beauty Fashion Show was one of
Hey,
those
you
goals.
did that, girl. You did that. I'm like, look at her in her bathing suit. That's confidence, honey.
And that was not so much the bathing suit, but I mean, yeah, it took me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, well,
For sure, right?
any part of it, yes. But that's what we say, and Tina Bridges always, it's not just about modeling, it's
Mhm,
how you feel, your confidence, how you look. It even enhances how you walk, like you walk into a room like a boss. I mean, there's so many different variables that play into being a model.
mhm.
So when those things come out, like you may be shy or something, it comes out. And the more you walk, the more confident you get. You be like, hey, I got this, you know. I was like, oh man.
Then the support of one another. I was so glad to see you there at that event. However, you're right there most of the time. I was like, oh, you weren't modeling. And you're like, it's nice to be on the other side to see you guys
It
enjoy
really
yourself.
was. It really was to sit back and watch other models, some that I have been modeling with in that group, and then some
Mhm,
that weren't, and just to see how some have evolved throughout that process is amazing. I could see how myself has have evolved, and the women come together in that one space, and they
mhm,
know that we have something to do because 40 and over, there's a lot of women that don't have that confidence about themselves, and it's okay, but then you need to get with someone that can bring that out of you because we all have a gift in us.
mhm,
All have a gift, and we all can use that gift, whatever that may be. You might be inspiring somebody at 40 that's in the audience. So,
mhm.
that's why I say it's a lot of variables added to the modeling.
A lot of variables, just allowing God to use you and giving him, giving yourself that opportunity,
Yeah.
to do it because I find that it is late, not in the last several years, it's been opportunities for me and you as well, opportunities. But if we don't take them, then you don't. It's a process to it, but you have to take the opportunities.
You do. Because I say too that, you know, um, I'm not a conceited person, not a jealous person. I'm not a competitive person. The
Nope.
competitive part might be within myself for me,
Mhm,
but the doors that God opens for you, you just gotta walk through them because
mhm.
the Holy Spirit not gonna lead you anywhere, and He leave you there. It's always a purpose, and that's why I believe, and that's what I stand on because who am I to say I'm not going to go through that door when God opens it for me? You
Yeah,
can miss a big opportunity. So, you just go through the doors and just let God have his way with you.
yeah, yeah. And it's again, we're going right back to transformation because there's always a work that's being done. You have to be willing to grow, willing to have a work uh, experience growth. Be willing to grow through the process and be open to it.
Yes, yes, for sure.
I mean, it's there. It's gonna, people talk about success, and you don't get success without a process.
Right. And trial and error too.
Yeah, yeah.
Some things is you might make a mistake, but you just get back up and try it again and maybe try it in a different way. But
Mm-hmm.
success has, um, they have ups and downs, but it's supposed to be a learning process of what that work looks like
Mm-hmm.
and your character.
Yeah, yeah. And I appreciate the fact that you surround yourself with people who are like-minded, understand that, and life goes so much uh, better and joyful and peaceful when you have people that you know that that are there for you and helping your growth in
Yeah,
your growth process with it. Let's talk about you a little more here. You are a retired military, Army. Thank you for your service.
thank you.
Um, you were you were in the public school system as a teacher, uh, encouraging. What all did you do when you worked in the public schools?
Well, I did various jobs within the school system from Savannah to Atlanta. Um, I think I'm gonna say my most profound experience was working in Savannah in the school system as a paraprofessional. I'm sorry, I ain't been no lawyer, but so I worked with the disabled
Mm-hmm.
children, teaching them life skills. And I found out from that I really like teaching, um, teaching them how to just wash dishes or just take care of themselves. It
Mm-hmm.
was so rewarding. And these kids out here are so dependent on us as adults, so we just don't even realize the magnitude of how much they depend on us. And that's why I think it's important for us to show examples, to be examples. But so I taught the disabled. I taught high school mostly. Um,
Wow.
and sometimes when I first started, I was scared. I didn't know how these kids were going to act because you have some of them bigger than you and, mouthy, but um, they could be intimidating in reference to threatening you, like the attitudes and so forth. But to overcome that, I've learned to speak when I need to.
Mm.
Because some things don't require response,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know. And then what I learned was in teaching these classes is you find the baddest person in the class,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that everybody look up to, and you get on their good side. And once you get on their good side, the rest of them will follow suit. Because I remember one class I had, and the this guy was in there, and he was like, everybody was just noisy, and I was trying to get them to listen. They wouldn't do it, and I went over and talked to him, asked him his name, just a conversation.
Uh-huh.
And then after a conversation, I was asking them to be quiet. He said, "Y'all be quiet and listen to Miss Lane." I was like, and then one class I had in high school, I tried something different. So they were all talking, and I told them they need to be quiet because I've been to prison.
Oh.
This young boy said, "Miss Lane, what'd you go to prison for? Selling cherries."
Oh, wow.
You did. They're trying to say I was soft.
Yes, yes.
But I have enjoyed my experiences within the school system, and I wrote about in my book
Mm-hmm.
one of the students I had. Um, he remembered me when I went to Bible school, and in Bible school, he ended up teaching me. I thought that was that's how God works.
Yeah.
So he was one of the instructors in Bible school, and I was his teacher in high school.
Wow.
Isn't that
Interesting.
something?
It is.
Yeah. So, there's so many rewards. And um, like I said, the kids look up to us
Mm-hmm.
today even more so. And we need to make sure we're being an example for them,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that we're doing things to teach them. I saw on social media where the kids over in China, I think it was, they're like in elementary school and they're cooking and they're sewing and they're doing so many things. And here in the United States, we don't teach kids that early. We don't teach kids how to take care of themselves.
Mhm,
And I think it's important. That's one reason I do my etiquette workshops, but we'll get
mhm.
to
That's yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it takes a special person to and um insight and skills, and you've learned to acquire those skills and insight to work with anyone challenged, disabilities. Not everyone can do that. You don't have the patience. I mean, the insight, because it's going to take insight, like you just said, with that young man.
Yes.
Yeah. You also are a realtor.
Well,
Am
I
I?
used to be, I was a realtor from 2002 to 2025.
Okay.
And again, I met some really wonderful people, whether they bought a house or just looking or just for information on how to start the process. And I met a lot of people, fellow realtors. I also got my broker's license.
Mm-hmm.
3 years. You have to wait 3 years to get your broker's license. So I got that and I was an associate broker. But the way the market is now, I felt like, sometimes your time is up with things and
Oh
you got
yeah,
to know when
in
that
life.
is.
Yeah, in life.
Sometimes you can lose money when you don't need to if you just listen to your
Mm-hmm.
inner spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did up until 2025.
Yes, but let's talk about it. You were invited into the Georgia Real Estate Millionaire Dollar Club, and you got your accreditation with that, right? Is
Yes. Well, the thing about that is like selling $500,000 homes is a good thing. So I don't know. I was just so grateful for so many things.
Mhm,
Being in receiving that, it was like, wow, I'm really out here doing it because I never thought about doing real estate.
mhm.
And people were just, I mean, people can make your business or not. Let's face it.
It's
So
true.
the way you conduct yourself, your professionalism and all that plays a huge role in how people perceive you.
Mhm,
And a lot of times in real estate, people, they look at you, they look at what you drive. People are judgmental, let's just face it.
mhm,
And so when they do these things, they're kind of like what they say, sizing you up.
mhm.
But then when you speak, they have made their decision whether they want to work with you or not.
That's true.
So but yeah, it was a lot of us. I remember we had some really nice events, and we had one at the Georgia Aquarium. When I tell you this event was so nice, and that's one of the perks that we used to like as realtors. Well, we have open houses and stuff. We used to have this lady, I'll never forget her. Her name was, well, the title was Ask Mary. When I tell you she cooked good food, every time she would be at the house cooking, all the realtors in the office were gone. That's where
Yeah,
you would at the open house. Of course, you go to the open house and hoping to pick up a client or two, but
right. But you
yeah.
knew you're gonna get good food.
Yeah. It's like lunchtime.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Which all of it, contributes to building and who you are today. And, you know, speaking of that, you found it perfect everything, or perfected, excuse me, perfected everything.
Yes. Yes.
And that is a custom t-shirt company that the focus is on empowerment.
Yes, well, it started as um, my t-shirt company. And how I came up with the name was um, my mom used to always, before she passed, she used to always tell me to just go out and do it, just start it. and she was one of my first customers. Of course, I gave it to her free because she was my mom. But yes, I was just thinking when she got really sick, and I was just thinking about what can I call my business.
Mhm,
I went to the Bible and I was reading, and it talked about how God perfects things that concerns us.
mhm,
And when I read that, and it just stuck in my spirit. Wow, that's it. Perfected everything. He perfects everything that concerns us if we believe and have faith. And
mhm.
so that's the beginning of my company name. So I started vending with t-shirts, sunglasses, little pocketbooks and stuff like that. But for myself, when I started vending, my table looked like a flea market. I had so much stuff on there. I'm like, that's the way to go because you could sell all this stuff. Little did you know that that's not how it works. I started doing research, and I teach this in my business etiquette workshop. You ask yourself why, you do your research, and then you go from there because you got to make sure it's something people want to buy. And we
Mhm,
know if you're a vendor, you sell t-shirts and sunglasses in the summertime. People are normally going to want to buy those things if the price is right. But the perfected everything started with the vending, and it moved from me seeing how myself as well and other people were moving in that field of
yeah,
vending. And I saw that people were not being courteous to people. They wasn't standing up when people, I call it their table, office, whatever you want to call it, when they're vending.
uh-huh,
And people, the customers were doing things that the vendors wasn't saying anything. Vendors wasn't speaking to each other when they get their table side by side. So I said, what can I do to change this?
mhm,
So I started my business etiquette workshops.
mhm,
And I mean, it's been amazing because what I teach is that, the same thing is why, do your research, courtesy of
mhm,
people coming to your table or your booth, because you can turn a customer into a client, but you can't turn a client into a customer, right? So in order to turn customers into client, you have to be professional. If you're selling books, then you go out and you're have a vending area and you want to sell your books. You don't go out there with tennis shoes and jogging pants and stuff, unless it's something that's related to athletic. But if you're selling your book about knowledge and your story, you want to dress professional because who are they going to see when they first walk up? They're not going to see your book, they're going to see you. So
mhm.
you have to present yourself in a way where you're a professional. And that goes into most areas of anything you're selling.
I agree.
So after that, I said, well, let me just teach these people, male or female, how to be professional and how to market themselves. If you're selling candles, you need to market yourself. You need to have samples. You
Mhm,
need to let people try, smell things, but never push anything on people. And so when you have a table, you set it up nice. You have your smells for candles. You present yourself when people walk up to you. You stand up. You see them coming, you stand up, not when they get to the table. You see them coming, you stand up. Even if they walk by your table, you still did that courtesy.
mhm,
And so after I saw that, I had a vending, I had a workshop, and it was a lady there. I tell her story all the time. Excuse me. So she sold cakes, but she wasn't really selling them like a business. But she kept looking at me in the workshop, and she had this smile on her face. And I said, I see you. Why are you smiling at me? She said, but when she left that event, she went home and she started selling cakes, and it boom, just like that. Just by knowing your why, your research,
Mhm.
and start with your family, then your friends. And she did really well. but she
Wow. Wow.
started it, and she was a great baker. She is a great baker.
Huh.
So, excuse me, the things that you learn in the workshops, because I'm the perfected everything,
Mm-hmm.
um, that is one of my main goals is to teach people how to become a boss.
Mm-hmm.
You can become a boss, but you got to know the basics. You have to know the basics. And from doing the workshops, I just started with adults, and then now I have kids.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
It's called Cuts Above Kids. And what
Oh,
I do with them, the last one I had kids that registered, and I had two speakers, and they both were kids. And
oh,
I tell you, one was such a powerhouse. I never forget her. She was such a powerhouse that what the way she spoke, she inspired other kids in the room to want to talk into the microphone.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's why I said we can't discount our kids.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Kids,
you created that
yes,
platform.
yes, they're like sponges, so they watch you when you don't think they're watching you. They're watching you.
Right. It's what we had to give them good stuff. We had to give them the tools for life. I'm
Yes,
always gonna have a have a space, for that because that's what we're here for. You know,
right.
we're here to pass on, have the experience ourselves and pass on the knowledge.
And don't stifle kids' voice
Hmm.
because kids can speak into you or say something to you to make you think about something that you may have said or done. So don't shut them down so quickly. I remember we went soul winning, and I would always ask, is the if the parent is there? And one of the members pulled me to the side. He said, Mary, remember the kids need help too. And ever since then, I think that's what instilled in me that we need to work with our kids.
Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Yep. That's awesome. I didn't know that you had the kids, so that's exciting. You are also, we've talked about it, a model. You have been doing, we're both TLA, and that is the Tina LaGale Agency, models. What, uh, again, the recent fashion show, but what has the modeling experience taught you? What have you've gained that you can share as being a mature model in the industry?
Well, when I really first started, I was like, there were certain things I didn't want to wear, and I would tell them I didn't want to wear that. But I've learned through the process that you are really hangers.
Yep.
So you're walking down the runway to showcase their designs. And so you have to be mindful that um, it's not about you. And that goes through life too. A lot of things are not just about us.
Yep, that's what we're saying today, isn't it?
Yes, a lot of things is for us to share with other people
Hmm.
because we don't keep anything to ourselves, even though some people do that, but we're here for other people.
Yep.
We're here to show other people there's a better way. We're here to show people that you can do it. There's so many things that we can show other people through our own actions or voice.
Yeah. What has that always been easy for you, Mary, or is this something you've grown into, the confidence to do the many things that you're doing?
No, but it hasn't always been easy because I mean, I went through a lot of challenges. My family went through a lot of challenges, and sometimes it's hard to shake things off,
Hmm.
but you can do it because you know the present is not what's happening in the past. So your past does build your character. It builds your confidence. It builds your desires to who you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so you take those negative things that may happen in the past and you turn around for your good. Because you can say, let's say you was raised in a abusive family. Well, you can take that abuse and turn it around and make it so that you know that your family will have to go through it.
Yeah.
Of course, it takes healing in between, don't get me wrong, but you
Mm-hmm.
could turn that around to show that you don't have to treat your family that way, or those things don't have to happen in your family. Some people that say they have never went through that, I congratulate you, because being raised in an abusive home is not a walk in the park by a long shot.
Yeah.
But it's something you can get over, but it's a healing process that has to take place for sure.
And a decision to say, hey, I want different. Things are going to be different in my life. You have to make that decision, then walk towards
Yeah,
the healing process as you speak of.
yes, I agree.
Yeah. What is that one advice that you would tell another woman?
Well, first, I would say love yourself.
Mm,
You have to love yourself before you can do anything, even a business. Because if you don't put yourself first and love yourself, nothing else is going to prosper. Because there's always going to be something, you're going to see things in a negative light if you don't love yourself. And I say that with from my heart. I believe that once I found out who I was, and I
mhm,
really started loving myself,
mhm.
nothing bothers me.
Yeah.
I can step out on faith and I can do whatever I want to do. If you say you can sell candles, I might be like, let me see if I can sell those candles too. Again, it's not competition or anything. It's just something that you want to see what you can
You
do.
can do. Right, right. The
Right.
measuring stick for me is always me as well. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So yeah, it's just important to, love yourself, walk, walk in your purpose. You got to know your purpose first, but you find that purpose out by doing things, not
Mm,
being stationary,
mhm.
because the purpose is not going to just drop in your lap.
Yeah. I
God gives us every idea we have.
I
Every
agree.
people be waking up like, I just thought of this idea. No, you didn't.
I
God
agree.
put that idea in your mind. And once he put it in your mind, you meditate on that and then you step out on it.
Mhm.
I mean, it sounds like it's complicated, but it's really not.
No, but you gotta give yourself a chance, I tell you. I mean, we
Yes,
talked about that behind the scenes, people do not, I mean, sometimes allow, um, we don't allow ourselves the chance to experience. And
right.
it's, just little steps.
Yeah. And I also think, in loving yourself, don't settle for a lot of things. There are so many things we settle for. We settle for, we decide somebody say, no, you can't buy a house. Okay, that was one financial company. Move on to the next.
Mhm.
You get a man, he'd be like, he's not really for me, but you stay there. Why? You have to love yourself. Love yourself enough to know when to say no. Love
Yeah, that's
yourself
good.
to know when to step out and do what you want to do. Everything is in timing now, don't get me wrong. But once you know that you love yourself, it'll just come out from the inside. It'll come from the inside out. Your
Yeah.
your way you take care of yourself, how you speak, all these things is about loving yourself. And when you love yourself, you're constantly working on yourself,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, it becomes healthy, healthy living. It turns out to be, you're wanting the things that are healthy in your life,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, that is awesome. Let's uh let's talk about a few other awards and things that you're doing here, and that is the TikTok Auntie. Hey Auntie.
Oh, that was my first play. Well, it was TikTok series. So, Tina Bridges, she just thinks of things. I don't know. She's just so creative.
She is
She
amazing.
can think of
Love you,
things.
Tina.
One day we was riding and we was going to a pizza place. And told me about the TikTok. Hey, Auntie. And she turned and looked at me and said, "You know this about you, right?" I'm like, "More?" I'm like, "Okay, you just don't say no, you just go with it." So she created the TikTok series, Hey Auntie, which I played the Hey Auntie. And it was so funny because I had a younger guy and an older guy. So the older guy, he was like out of town a lot. So I was messing around with the younger guy. So
Okay.
we went to this pizza place to eat, me and the younger guy, and then we walked in. There was the older guy. So I took him and pushed him all the way up. I think the older guy saw it because he was kind of like, "Oh, so who are you here with?" I was like, "Okay, I'm busted."
We have to watch this. This is my first time knowing about the
Oh
TikTok. So
yeah.
everybody go visit. Hey aunties, you on TikTok, you can still see them. They go to your page, right? How
I'm
can they
teaching.
find your page? What's the name of your TikTok page?
I don't think I have a TikTok page. I
Oh,
use Tina's. You go to Tina's TikTok.
yes. Okay. Tina Bridges or
Yeah.
TLB, the production.
TLB Productions, yes.
Okay, great, great, great.
Yes. But that was my first play. And I think after that, I think she recommended me to
Okay.
Carolyn Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first play. And then I played the judge in Angel's Palace.
Angel Child, and you did an amazing judge. We were on that project together.
Yeah, well, that was Ron Godfrey. Ron Godfrey. Um, that was his character, and I was the understudy when he wasn't there.
Okay.
But without him, I'm glad he wasn't there because it gave me an opportunity to play it. And I tell you, when I first did it, that was my first big play because the other one's a TikTok series. And I tell you, I was so nervous. I couldn't remember my lines all the way up to the day before. Miss Carolyn got worried. She was like, "You ready, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready." But
Of course,
the day of the play, I did really
you
good.
did. You did. I didn't even know that you had that much, sweat behind it because you did amazing. And that's what we do, right? We grow into it.
Yes, yes. And it was so funny because in the play when I played the doctor, so I played the doctor when Ron was there. So when I played the doctor, we were getting sentenced and they were handcuffing us and taking us to jail. I just fell on the floor and crossed my legs. Miss Carolyn fell. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. I can't go to jail.
But you went ahead and went there with
Yes.
it, which
Yeah.
is fun. Which is fun. So what are some other you're done some other projects, movies and acting. You're in high demand and I'm loving it. I'm loving
I
watching
received that.
you. Yeah, watching you do it. What's some of the other projects that you've done?
Um,
Oh, wait, I know one in particular just came to mind. The Shell of a Man.
yes.
You did
Yeah.
that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Again,
The message.
Tina just called me and said, "I need you to play." And I was like, "Okay." So I played in the Shell of a Man, which we're having a play on July 20th at Uptown Comedy Corner.
Hmm.
And I played the mom who abused her son verbally. And he abuses his wife.
Hmm.
So again, she just puts me in things, and I was like, okay. And then that's going to be awesome, though. If anybody watching need to see that, they need to. It's seven men, seven different issues, and where do they all the issues stem from?
Hmm.
And you will be laughing, crying,
Hmm.
being like, oh. and next minute you're crying again. It's amazing. This
I
is so amazing.
Yes, I went to one, and it, the the actors bringing it out, the story and their experience out, but you're definitely reflecting on your own life because it's real life. I started thinking about my son, my sons, because it gives it from a woman's perspective. The women, we have a lot to say about men and about our men,
Right.
but then to see the rawness of those guys share really the man experience,
Yes.
their perspective was so enlightening and so empowering. So anytime you can get into one of those productions with you guys, I mean, I highly recommend it because it's life changing. And you guys did an amazing job with it.
And you was talking about before about internalizing things. And a lot of these men, when they play these parts in the shell of a man, they play the character. You can tell that it came from somewhere. They're
Mhm,
so into it too until they get emotional.
mhm,
And we're all back there maybe crying, boo-hooing in the back because you can feel it. It's
mhm.
very intense. And one lady that was in the audience, her husband plays one of the characters, and she was over there just tearing up because it's just so emotional. And a lot of times, and I'm not saying all men, but a lot of times when men act out, there's something behind it.
Mhm.
And when whatever's behind it they need to come out. They need to talk to the woman. They need to share their experience of what they're feeling without them shutting them down and calling them names or it works on the other hand too. Men shouldn't do it to women. But yeah,
Right.
this is what this play is about, is to show you that there's something at the core that
Mhm.
makes them act the way they are.
And the healing, and that's where all those tears are coming from, just healing. And
You
yeah, it's just, we're grateful that she has that vision, has that.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
Yeah. What about, you're the founder of Silver Sisters,
Yes.
and
Oh,
now you have Dapper Man, the Dapper Man,
Silver Dappers.
Silver Dappers. Okay, Silver Sisters. They're no strangers in Atlanta. Atlanta knows who the Silver Sisters are.
Yeah. And we're constantly recruiting people to join us. The Silver Sister Society was formed back in 3 years ago, 2017. Oh, that's not more than 3 years, but 2017. And what we do is we're servant leaders, first of all.
Okay.
Even though we're all have our own professional profession and we're all, I think the majority of us is models and some are actors. And so we come together and we do things for the community.
Mhm.
And I'm a firm believer as the founder that we have to serve our community. Yes, we like to look good, we like to look pretty, we like to go to events, but our main focus is on serving our communities because we know our communities need help.
Mhm.
And even though we can't help everybody, but the part we do and the part somebody else do can make it better for a larger part.
Yep. Yep. And
So
do it together.
yeah, so Silver Sister is definitely serving the community. We're serving the homeless July 14th.
Okay.
Mhm. We're doing like sack school lunches type thing, something they don't have to cook or, just make sure they have something to eat, have water. And then in August, we're having a fun day in the park for the kids. And also, we'll be giving out clothing. And one thing I like about Silver Sisters as well is that they have no problem taking from what they have to give to others. So with our clothing giveaway, we all go through our closets. We,
Mm,
because every day, every year, we want to do spring cleaning. Or
yes.
we want to get rid of things. Instead of giving them goodwill, let's go straight to who needs it.
Some of the
And
sources.
so we give out. I mean, it's like a shopping experience for the homeless or anybody. If
Yeah.
they need clothing, they come over there and pick whatever they want. They can pick bags if they want. It's fine. And then if we have anything left over, we have gave to the residents in nursing home. We have
Okay.
been to what they call them. Oh God, just lost my thought. They're homeless shelters.
Okay. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
get clothes to them as well. And we take them there and we just give them. We don't want to take the clothes back because um, we have people that come to these um, clothing giveaways and want to bless us with money. I don't feel like we should take that money because it would defeat the purpose of us giving.
Mm,
Unless like we have an organization call me up saying, hey, we want to bless you all. But those people that are out there that wants to take clothing or food, we can't take money from them.
yeah. You just give it to them.
Right, right.
Yeah. That is so empowering. And, just that you as a founder, how did that come about? And then I want to go to your book.
Mm.
How did the Silver Sisters come about?
I think in 2018, I was going around, I talked to women because I'm good to say, hey, you're beautiful.
Mhm.
I don't mind giving women compliments. And I used to say, I'm straight. I just want to let you know. But I don't feel like I have to say that anymore.
Mm,
I feel like women are needing
mhm.
someone to say something positive to them today. So I'm always looking at hair. And I said, you know what? We need to do something to encourage women to embrace their hair as they evolve in their age.
Okay.
If you're 60, we know some people gray at 40, some gray at 60. But for us, to get into Silver Sister, you have to be 50.
Okay.
50. Um, but I was sharing with them that, your hair is so beautiful, you can wear it different ways. And some of them will embrace what I'm saying, but some just don't want to. They're not ready. They're not ready for the gray. They think that it makes them look older, or um, they just don't like their hair.
Mhm.
But there's ways you can wear your hair, which I tell them this way you can wear your hair with. It doesn't make you look old, even if you have gray, silver, and white. I rock my hair. I'm
Yeah.
very proud of my crown.
Yes. And it's always beautiful.
Thank you. So I just want them to know that you're beautiful. You're beautiful. God gave you that crown. You can wear it. But
Mhm.
when you get ready, you just let me know because I never try to push anything on people. But I want them to know that they're beautiful at that moment. You're just so beautiful. And when you get ready to join us, you want to let it grow out into your gray, silver, and white. Just come talk to us.
Wow. That's interesting because it is a process. Aging is a different phase of life. And
Yes.
if you had most people, you're not there, you watch others, but there's some adaptability that takes place. It changes. It's a new life. You're not 16, you're not toddler. It's that stage that comes with its own set of experiences.
Yeah. And we all gonna age. Every day we look in the mirror. I know I do, and I say,
Mhm.
I try to see if there's a wrinkle or something going on around the lips, and I'll be like, oh, it's time to pull out some kind of cream because we want to stay as youthful as we can, and that's a given. And I commend people for taking care of themselves like that. And women, we have to love on each other. Let each other know you're beautiful.
Mhm.
And because somebody might be struggling with how they look today, and just a kind word to say, oh, find something beautiful to say that they are, their eyes, their hair, or oh, your makeup looks so pretty. We
Mhm.
need to encourage each other because we face so many things, we go through so many things, we handle so many things, we do so much work. And sometimes we find ourselves not really appreciating ourselves and taking time with ourselves
Hmm.
because we don't have time to do it because we're so busy.
Yeah.
But I
Wow.
think it's important for all women to encourage each other, to say good things to each other, positive things, and also to remember that we're all going to age at some point, and we need a community that we can be in that does that. Does help to help us go through these stages. Because,
Hmm.
I look back one time, I said, oh my, I told my daughter, I look like I'm getting old. She said, no, you don't, Mom, you look good. But see, how we feel about ourselves inside comes out with what we say.
Yes,
After she said that, I was like, okay, maybe this is just me, like, my not wanting to get old moment. And I have to realize, it's a blessing to be of a certain age.
it is.
It's a blessing that we can't take for granted. So
Hmm.
embrace who you are,
Embrace it.
embrace how you look, and just walk out and do whatever you want to do. Because you're of that age, you ain't gotta worry about nobody. We're not 20 years old now. We gotta worry
Yeah.
about somebody, what they think and do, and no.
I don't even want to be 20 anymore.
I wouldn't want to have to date at 20 these days.
I
Oh
wouldn't want to,
my
but
God.
the representation is important because when people see of all ages, they see women growing gracefully and saying, hey, you don't have to give up on life, you don't have to stop living, you don't, life still can be just as profound. But just to have those examples before you sends the message and gives positive hope and direction.
I like that brewing. Yes, it definitely gives hope. It's because other women will look at you and they want to know, how do you do it? How do you keep yourself together? How do
Hmm.
you stay looking good? It's all a balance in life. A
Okay, I was
balance.
going to ask you, there's the answer: balance.
Yeah, balance. It's a balance. So, I believe when we give to the community, God honors that.
Hmm.
And also it makes you have so much joy inside too. You don't feel that stress of overwhelming of our society now. It's like, oh man, this feels so good to give back. And I had so many women say that in our group. And when we out there, one of our members, she took her shoes off because she saw someone walking barefoot. She took her shoes off and put them on that other lady. And we can't be afraid to be around homeless. And I'm one to, when we have these events, I will lay my hands on them and pray for them in a minute because I believe I'm protected from anything.
Hmm.
And so, when I ask them, do they need prayer?
Hmm.
I haven't had anyone turn it down.
Wow,
We need help out here. We need somebody to show us some love.
that's
We
awesome.
need people like the Silver Sisters
Hmm.
to come out in the communities and just have fun. Enjoy what you're doing. And because it shows when you're tense and stressed out and you don't want people near you. Now, I'm very careful about working with them because I don't like for them to walk up on me. You have to play it safe out here too.
Yes.
So I just make sure that there's a safe distance and who I'm praying for because, again, we want to make sure we're safe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we have no problem going out in the community and just loving on people.
That is awesome. And for the audience, you get a chance to see a lot of what you guys do there on your social media pages. Do you have a website? Or I know you can go to your social media pages and see some of the things that you're talking about.
We're still in the process of creating a lot of things. I have so much going on. I'm like, well, social media is Mary Lane on Facebook.
Okay.
And then IG is underscore perfected everything.
Okay.
And those are two of the sites you can see me on. We do have, we do accept members, but that's through a vetting process.
Okay.
And once we explain to you what we do and so forth, um, I usually give them like 24 to 48 hours to think about it. And once they say yes, I give them 90 days to see what we're doing
Mhm.
before we just, like you're saying, you're really committed to this.
That's
Because
awesome.
we don't want like a swinging door back and forth. We want some people that are could want to be committed to the cause that we're doing.
Yeah, you don't take it lightly. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the new book. OMG.
I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm excited for you. And I seen that. I was like, yay. And I love your cover. Is this
Thank
big?
you.
Is this
My
the new book?
daughter was my editor, and my daughter did the book design.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
she's super amazing.
she is. She is. I love, meeting her and every chance I get a chance to see her. So what's the name of the book?
It's called The Echo of Decisions, My Military Path to Who I Am. And I talk about from the day I decided to go into the military and how that came about through to some of the processes I went through, to the traveling um, awards I received and while I was in there. And the book is dedicated to my mom and my daughter.
Okay.
It's excellent. I mean, it's gonna make you laugh a little. It made me laugh because I experienced it, but some of it wasn't funny, believe me.
Yeah. Yeah. So is this your first book?
My first book.
Okay.
And I've been wanting to write a book. I thought I was gonna start about my experience with my mom,
Mhm.
but then God led me to this because it's not time for that experience
Yeah.
with to be wrote. Um, And I got to give a shout out to Dr. Jaja. She is so amazing. I mean, I've had so many amazing people in my life and within the last few years that have brought different things out in me.
Mhm.
But she was like, come right with me. And when I saw that, I didn't even think about it. Because I've
Wow.
seen other people do it, co-author and stuff. But when I saw her say that, it just resonated with me that this is the one.
So you guys are co-author on the book?
It's five women.
Okay. Well, I'm doing something similar. Did you see mine?
Yes, I did. I comment. Yes, yes. Congratulations
Thank
too.
you. Thank you. Thank you. So five women. And you
Five
guys,
women, five books in one. So each one of us has a book within
the
the
book.
volume.
Yep. I can't
So,
wait.
and each is five women, five different stories,
Okay.
five different covers, five different um, scenarios. And these women, I have to say, I met every one of them except one. These women are just so amazing.
Mhm. I find that too in my group. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. You have to get in them.
Hmm.
And nothing is just by chance. It's
Right.
preordained, it's divine. And when I met her from the beginning, I just felt the her spirit. And I truly love this lady.
Yeah.
And so she put it out there for people to come right with her. And she's been guiding us all along. And
Mhm.
it's just been a great journey.
That's awesome. I found my process very empowering as well. I'm echoing everything that you say. This is something I would think relatively new. I mean, I haven't heard of people co-authoring in this way and bringing their stories now, in this way. But I'm hearing it more and more now.
There was someone else that did that, but I didn't.
Yeah.
It's got to be the right person, the right time.
Yeah, yeah, but just a concept. I'm hearing it more and more now, and I'm
Yeah.
loving it. I'm loving it. It's just bringing. It's so creative, and it's like you said, the whole experience because it's in together. You're in it, the journey, in working the process together, and you building relationships and bonding. So it's a whole
It,
experience.
it didn't take me long to write this book. It really didn't. And I'm so thankful for my daughter because she's a journalist.
Okay.
And she writes for a company called Canopy. and they write stories about different neighborhoods.
Oh,
And when I went to her event this weekend, everybody just loves her. I'm like, I don't see why not. People love
yeah,
me. You know?
yeah. That's
But I
awesome.
noticed that. So I picked that up from the people that were around her and
Mhm,
them telling their stories and how appreciative they are that everyone came together and worked on this project and put
mhm.
a magazine out to showcase different neighborhoods and what these neighborhoods meant. And it was a lot of things I didn't even know about Atlanta. And but she had no complaints about helping me and doing my book cover design. It was like, God just blessed her to bless me.
Yeah.
I like I said, I didn't find it hard to write. Did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't. It was timing for me because I had always had aspirations on writing a book, and it was one of those things that I'll do it, and then you put it off, but it was timing, and this when I had the opportunity came to me, and it was like perfect. So no, I was able to pour out, and anybody who writes, especially write books or just journal, you're it's a cleansing, or it's just a moment to pour out, to be creative, but also healing and reflection. You get so much out of it.
Yeah, I like that reflection. Yes, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
So
So where can we find it? What it's
we haven't started the pre-orders yet. It should be coming out this month. Actually, I think I just got a text from her, and we're probably going to
oh
be doing that soon. And
yes.
it will be on Amazon, in addition to copies I'll have personally.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm so excited for that. I think that's going to be one of our avenues as well. So, are
So
you going to do book tours? Book tours or?
we haven't planned any of that yet. We're still in the pre-planning stage.
Mm-hmm.
But I see that magazine on your table.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was getting to it. I was getting to it.
And I was like, I wanted to say that I just
This is
been casted for a play. The Devil Wrote Me a Letter.
uh-huh.
Um, I have a movie premiere that I'm in July 12th, uh, Cemetery Living. And I'm super excited about everything God's blessed me with.
Yes, yes. And then we have I mean, I the gosh, what is it? Shop Talk is coming up.
Yep. Coming up, yes.
California. It's going to be
Yeah.
coming up in California. You guys are doing some other. I'm in that one as well, so I can't wait to be on stage with you
Yeah, I know.
soon.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And Shop Talk, and like I said, Angel's Palace
Mm-hmm.
should be coming out as a movie. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
The Gift of Purpose should be coming as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All powerful messages. That's what we do. Giving.
I got an interview with Shout Out Atlanta, and I just have one with 3 magazine, and it's
Mhm.
due to come out. So yes, we're getting out there, man. And now with you, it's just awesome.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, let's look at this. This is a Oasis massage with Miss Carolyn. She's doing amazing things. But I had that here in my studio. Um, Wanted to definitely reference. I'm there too. I'm there on the other
Yes,
side.
yes, both
Uh,
beautiful women.
that was that feature, but you can find you here with your story, perfected everything, successful Black women.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
so pick up your copy there in Atlanta, here in Houston, hard copies here.
And
That
it was so ironic that Kamala Harris was being running for president at that time.
mhm,
So
it was.
that was an awesome cover.
Yes, I can't wait till the next edition come out here too. We we're at the end of our show, but gosh, I am so thankful to be able to sit down with you and talk about all the wonderful things that you are doing. and of sharing with the community and the world here. So are there any last words you'd like to share with the audience?
Yes, excuse me. I think the most important thing is enjoy life.
Mm,
Do what brings you happiness. Um, Make sure you do self-care because those three things alone can lift you up more than anything else. Love yourself, self-care, and do what you enjoy doing. Well, that those three words they say live, laugh, and love, those are true, very true. Because if you can laugh a lot of times at yourself,
mhm,
um, it just makes whatever's bothering you kind of just not seem so important. It may still be there, or a laugh may turn it into something that you could handle.
mhm.
But joy comes from within inside, and we just love ourselves, live life, and enjoy life.
Yeah, that is excellent advice. At the end of our life, it's you really want to, and we have the right, and God has given us the ability and the gift to live out our life. I mean, and it's not saying that things don't get hard and there's not challenging situations out there, but we, like you said, are able to set our lives, the course of our lives, and how we want to live it out,
Yes.
and to live it out in joy and peace. I mean, to look back and say, hey, I could have lived differently and,
Right.
and didn't take advantage of it. And that's what I think, that's what I'm hearing from you. Choose that path.
Yes.
Uh,
Because it's important so that when uh, we look back at our life, those experiences have made us who we are today. Those trials that we went through have made us who we are today. So, like I said earlier, you don't have to be the person you were then. You be the better person you have grown into now.
yeah, yeah. Well, thank you, Miss Mary, as
Yeah,
always.
I enjoyed it. I'm so excited to be on your show. I'm like little me on Big Anna's.
Oh my goodness. You know, we're here. I'm so empowered every time we get a chance to, and inspire every time we get a chance to talk. So, again, audience, I have here my dear friend, Miss Mary Lane, with the founder of Perfected Everything, the Silver Sister Society, and uh, a heart filled with love and God and well-being. So thank you again for coming on my show. This is the Anna Lindsay Show here on TALS. You'll find us here on Clark TV Network, but throughout all the other social media networks as well. So, guys, until next time, we'll do this again, Miss Mary.
Okay, thank you. Love you.
Love you too. Have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.